Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Love in Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Of course, the topic on everybody's lips is the UAE public sector has a 9-day break for Eid. We're going to take you through the latest on that and how it was announced.
Lucky them. And we'll also talk when the UAE has issued new 5 and 10 dirham banknotes.
The amazing iftar buffet at QD's. We're going to talk a little bit about that.
As well as 5 fun-packed, family-friendly spots to enjoy this weekend.
And also, of course, this Ramadan, you can help brands bring Brands for Less in supporting Emirates Red Crescent on its humanitarian mission. This is really amazing.
And we'll also be going live with a 13-year-old Emirati freestyle snowboarder, Amna Al-Muhairi. So on that later, but first we'll get into our top trending story.
The top trending story is the top trending story that everyone is talking about. The UAE public sector will have a 9-day break for Eid.
Would you look at that?
Fabulous. The Eid al-Fitr holiday has been announced for the public and private sector, and this is the latest that we have. So in a tweet that has since been deleted, the Federal Authority of Government Human Resources, FAHR, stated that the government employees will be off on holiday from 29th day of Ramadan, Saturday, April 30, until Shawwal 3. Now, Shawwal 3 will be based on the moon sighting, which will be either May 3 or May 4, and that was kind of expected to be the general holiday for both public and private sector.
Exactly. Now, however, the UAE Media Office has since released a circular updating the holiday for public sector to end on May 6th. Now, government employees will be off from April 30th until May 8th, and the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization announced the holiday for employees of the private sector to end on May 3rd or May 4th, like Casey said. So this means that holidays will run from Tuesday, May 3rd, will run until Tuesday, May 3rd or Wednesday, May 4th, depending on the moon sighting, of course.
So I woke up this morning a little bit behind on everything.
Yeah.
And my first title that met me was, the public sector government employees have this 9-day break. And I was like, oh, do we fall in line?
Yeah. No.
No.
I guess not, because it's like, they always have this, right? Like, I think even for Ramadan timings, they're like government sectors have until 2 p.m. and then private sectors have until 4 p.m. 9 to 4 and then 9 to 2. So I don't know. I don't think we fall in line with these updates. I feel like whatever they announce for private sector said it's until 3rd or 4th, that's what applies to us.
So that's what we have right now, is that our holidays will be until either Tuesday or Wednesday, May 3 or May 4. There was, of course, that announcement 2 or 3 years ago that put us in line with government holidays. Mm-hmm. It was to align the sectors, and it was also to encourage Emiratization, which was more Emiratis to join the private sector. However, obviously with the weekends changing and private sector and public sector aren't actually as aligned as we used to be, that I'm not holding out for this 9-day break. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think we're still getting a good, hopefully, 5-day break, which is pretty good paid.
I really hope it's still the 4th, because I think till last night, everyone thought it was still the 4th. And I think all of Dubai and all of the UAE have made plans accordingly, thinking like, okay, we have till 4th, so we're back to work on Thursday, and Thursday, Friday are 2 working days, and until Wednesday we have off. So,
quick question: has all of Dubai made plans until the holiday was the 4th, or have Simran and Casey made plans as to assuming that the holiday would be good on the 4th?
Good question.
I really booked this holiday, and like, look, I'm a single person. I don't have a family to worry about. I don't have kids. So I booked this holiday months in advance, assuming that it was going to be until Wednesday 4th. So Thursday, Friday, booked off, calendar done. Now imagine if I had kids thrown into the mix and I had a holiday booked. And so...
And it's like back to school on Wednesday morning, and it's like, oops, we missed our flight. Sick day. But honestly, like you said, it's, putting kids into the mix is tricky, because a lot of people had questions on social media just asking like, what is happening with schools? Is it government schools, private schools? Will they have different holidays or will it be the same? So I think everyone is very confused on the upcoming Eid break.
But usually coming up to Eid breaks, there's always that question because it's always depending on the moon sliding. However, there's something that I really like about it. It always builds a hype around the holidays.
Yeah.
Like frustrations and confusion aside, everyone's like always talk about the Eid break. You always have that little lift when you get the extra day, and you're a little bit sad when you don't. But there's always that fun surrounding it.
Oh my God! I mean, fun and stress and anxiety. Like, oh my God! Like just to know how it's gonna pan out. I'm so curious to know what the government decides for us.
We have our fingers crossed.
That we get a 5-day break, yes. When we move on to the next story now, the UAE has issued a new 5 and 10 dirham banknotes. Now, take notes, guys, take notes. Now, brand new 5 and 10
That's why
dirham
she gets paid.
for these
Gem.
Now, of course, new 5 and 10 dirham polymer notes will be entering circulation within the next 5 days, as you guys might have seen on social media and heard around yesterday.
And they have been launched by the UAE Central Bank. They're new eco-friendly and recyclable banknotes. They come with added additional security features to combat counterfeiting and also prominent symbols in Braille for the visually impaired. Current banknotes of both denominations will remain in circulation along with the new polymer notes.
Now, the new notes will see a combo of aesthetic characteristics along with modern technologies in the design. And distinctive features will also see 2 banknotes, including a transparent window featuring a portrait of the late founding father Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, and the logo of the UAE nation brand with fluorescent drawings and inscriptions created using advanced Intagelo printing techniques. So that's interesting.
Very interesting. Should we go delve deeper into that, or should we move on?
Let's move on.
The new banknotes are the 3rd issue of the UAE currency and reflect the CBUAE's aim to keep pace with the nation's development and vision in the next 50 years, particularly in the financial and economic sectors. These issues follow the success of the initial 50 dirham polymer note, which I am not getting my hands on.
I saw the 100 dirham one. I saw Chai holding it. But yeah.
Huh?
You didn't see the 100 dirham polymer note?
No.
Because now they have new 100 dirham notes.
Oh, so I assume this is also in addition to the 100 dirham note.
Yeah, so I think the first was 50, then 100, and now they're rolling out 5s and 10s. So, I mean, it just looks nice. I mean, it's a nice upgrade because, of course, with time, you upgrade everything. So why not the banknotes as well? And it's got all these security features.
And they're eco-friendly, sustainable. They can go into the washing machine and they won't come out ruined. That's kind of the key for me. Because I remember growing up, what I would liken them to was maybe the Aussie banknotes, which and it was always like, oh, the surfers, because they surf so much they can take them into the water. I was like, oh, that's the reason. But no, they're also like eco-friendly and sustainable, which is more important. But that's the way I think we're going, and they're just more durable.
And that's amazing because as a kid, if you have kids, you know their tantrums, and sometimes when they get their hands on notes and they just tear it up. Not like I did that when I was younger, so it's just amazing.
You teared up money?
500 dirham note once, and my mom was so furious. She's just like, what is wrong with you, kid?
I'm going to set aside the illegalness of that. Why did you do it?
Kids just have preference. And I got my hand on a 500 dirham note, and and I just tore it. I'm like, you know what? There you go. Enjoy. But
do you ever get concerned that the person you're going to allow into your life, whether you choose to have kids or whether you have a partner or maybe a pet or an animal, do you ever consider that they're going to be another version of you as a child, and then you'll have to look after them for penance? I
think about this every night.
So do I.
About just for me or you?
For me. Not for you.
But I think another version of you is
I was terrible. I was moody. I was so mean.
As a kid?
Yeah,
Teenager. I think all teenagers go through that angst period.
And you have that guilt for how you treated your mom and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom.
Sorry, mom. Honestly. Oh, but I wish these polymer notes were there when, I was a kid.
So do I. Let's move on to our next story. So an iftar buffet at Dubai's all-time fave dinner spot will bring back all those nostalgia vibes this Ramadan. So your favorite place that has, of course, stood the test of time. We're talking about QD's. The iconic Creekside restaurant and shisha bar is dressed up in fairy lights and lanterns for the holy month of Ramadan, and it's inviting you down for a magical iftar. This is the go-to venue this Ramadan, serving a buffet featuring all of your delicious Ramadan dishes. QD's is going out, bringing those nostalgic vibes, and you're all welcome.
So gather your loved ones and come down to try a little bit of everything, including Arabian classics such as delectable hot and cold meze to salads and soups, as well as live cooking stations and mixed grills. Pile up on all the food whilst relaxing in the alfresco setting with a spectacular view of the Dubai Creek. Now priced at 175 dirhams per adult and half price for children aged 6 to 12 years old. The QD's Iftar Galore buffet will be available until the end of Ramadan.
And also, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I want to go there, we do have a competition on our Love in Dubai Instagram. You can win an iftar experience for 4. It closes today or tomorrow, I believe, so do get on that. We know you love competitions. Yesterday, we got huge interest in the Little Miss India dinner one because, of course, people want to win.
Oh my God, Little Miss India's food is so good. Have you been?
Yeah. So we passed that on yesterday to the winner. He still needs to come to the office to pick it up. However, we also have this amazing one at QD's that we want to give to you. I was at this Ramadan iftar last year. Loved it. I was there with my mom. She loved it too. And the views are really, really spectacular. So if you've never actually enjoyed that iconic Creekside view, get down to QD's. It's just amazing. I'd really, really recommend. It's a gem.
I remember seeing you and your mom down at QD's, not seeing you guys there, but like through stories. You guys just had a good time, and it was something funny. I don't know, your mom said something so funny on camera. Can't remember now.
Yeah, we keep her off now just in case. Yeah, I'm joking.
Well, it was so
cute. However, she is looking for something fun to do this weekend.
Speaking of which, we have a few things lined up. So if you're looking to do something nice and interesting to spruce up your weekend, this is what you can be doing. You can stitch for a good cause for free at a Thrift for Good store. Now join this workshop to help mend and make minor repairs on clothing received as donations by Thrift for Good, the store. And all profits from their sales will go towards charities. And it's open to levels of all sewing skills. So you don't have to be an advanced level. And it's happening on Saturday, 23rd April, and it's going to be happening at the Thrift for Good store in the Golden Mile Galleria at Palm Jumeirah.
Also, if you don't want to stitch, you can become an artiste at Warehouse. I love this type of idea where you can have drinks and also do some painting. The Gang is a lovely painting you don't want to miss out replicating this weekend with Artiste Pace, which is Saturday, April 23 at Warehouse, Le Meridian Village Terrace. I wanted to say Terrace. For 140 dirham. It sounds fancy.
Or you can head to a show filled with music, magic, and lots of messy silliness for your little ones at the Crazy Kitchen. Now it's going to be, the little ones can enjoy a magic-filled comedy act filled with songs and lots of audience participation. The kids will not only learn to decorate Ramadan cookies at a special workshop, but also as a bonus, they can pack their tasty treats and take them home. And it's happening on Saturday 23rd at 10:30 a.m. at the Theatre Mall of the Emirates. And prices start at 75 dirhams, and it includes the cookie decoration workshop.
We had Magic Phil on the show before. He's an absolute blast, and he's super, super fun. The kids love him, and I've definitely seen him at different events as well. He's a fave, so do get out and check him out. Support a local magician. And then also, if you're not looking for something like that, you're more into like the staying active, de-stressing, go for a run. The Sports XC Run Amelia Desert Palm on April 24th. It's 125 dirham for ages up to 18, and then it ramps up to 175 for 18 plus, but it's a lot of fun.
And last but not least, you can savor Japanese flavors from the 20s at Mimi Kokoshi at the Four Seasons Resort. Now enjoy cuisine and settings that pay homage to the contemporary Japanese culture, and it's at Four Seasons Resort, Jumeirah Beach Road. And it's you can head there from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Enjoy all of the food, all of the vibes. And for bookings, you can call 04379 4811.
We love Mimi Kakashui. It's consistently voted as one of the best Japanese restaurants in town for good reason. So if you really want to like test your foodie buds, get down there. But jumping into our next story of another thing that you can do that's kind of for good this Ramadan.
So this Ramadan, help Brands for Less in supporting Emirates Red Crescent on its humanitarian mission. And this is how. So this Ramadan, help Brands for Less, of course, like I said, in supporting their humanitarian mission. And by remembering that kindness starts from within. So support Emirates Red Crescent Society by shopping at Brands for Less to help provide financial assistance and support to children, families, and people of determination in a span of 30 days. You also automatically become a part of the digital draw where 3 lucky winners will stand a chance to win a shared reward of 1 million Smile More points. And the campaign will run until April 28th, and the winners will be selected on Eid.
Wow, that is really, really huge. I know I'm 100% want to get involved in that. So much stuff going on this weekend. But before we get in to our next interview, I was bruhi yesterday.
I can't believe you remember the word.
I can't believe you didn't show up, so I was bruhi.
Sorry, I am so sorry. But what does that word mean?
You didn't watch the show?
I did.
You didn't watch? What are we trying to do, Bill viewers? You don't even tune in?
I was just obsessing over the fog videos that came in yesterday morning while you were
Well, not only was I bruhi here, she didn't even care to tune in. If you watched the show for the last 3 days, we're doing the Lovin Dubai Arabic Dictionary and we have an Arabic word for the day. I was going to hold off and I said, Simran's not here. She won't be able to catch up if we do one word. I was like, you'll be gone. So I was going to hold off.
And you didn't.
And do
you didn't wait for
I was going to do a recap of the first 2 so we can make sure that we say the word 3 times over and over.
That's ingrained in our
mind. But then
minds.
Ali was like, what a good word is bruhi, which means alone. Bruhi.
Oh my God, you even got the pronunciation. Bruhi? Bruhi?
Well, we were talking about it. We had a team iftar last night and I was like, bruhi. And they're like, oh, that's Khaliji sound. That's you're doing Khaliji accent. And I'm like, okay, yes I am. I guess so. Just rolls off the tongue. So bruhi.
It's a Khaliji natural you are. Yes. Bruhi.
Means alone.
Bruhi? Bruhi.
So I was bruhi yesterday.
Nice.
Big lonely death.
You could have just waited for me, but you just learned
Ali
the word.
suggested it. It was a good input. Was alone. I had no one to suggest it was a good idea. It was live, so I just
went with it.
Had to. There's no other option. And it was a fabulous addition because I realized that that's why I was upset yesterday. I was bruhi. Okay. So if you want to...
What's the Arabic word for backstabber, Ali? Backstabber.
We're doing...
What is it? No. Positive word. So I saw a suggested word called shabab.
Okay.
Now Ali said it means men. Google says it means youth. So I don't really know what it means. The shababs of today.
So some youth. Well, so Ali just said shabab. It means youth, but it also could have multiple purposes. I was thinking youth would be too niche for our word of the day. Like I want to be able to like throw it into conversation. However, if it has multiple purposes, that means we're actually like killing one bird with many stones or something. So.
And also,
so hey guy, he's saying, hey Shabab, let's go. Is that polite saying that? And to girls? Sorry, Ali's giving us, so hey Shabab is fine to say to guys. Is there a female version of Shabab? Because I don't care about the guy one too much, to be honest.
No, 1 second, but I've heard people, like, you know, when you do something too cool, they go like, Shabab. What's that, Ali? What does that mean? When you go like, Shabab. Huh? Binat. That's for females.
Okay, we really just need one word.
One word, yeah.
That we can focus on, and we can say it 5 times over, and then when we come back tomorrow, we can say it again. While you guys are thinking of a word, a quick recap of the words we've had so far. Jamila.
Jamila.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Sayara.
Car.
Bruhi.
Together. Alone.
Means alone. Okay, we're going to go with Shabab because we're under time constraints.
But, you know, I've heard people like just in life go like, when you do something cool and they go like, oh, shabab, it's like it has an other meaning, which is not there in Google.
Like they say, hey guy, nice.
No, like shabab, like boss. Like that's what I thought it meant.
Ali's saying no.
No,
he's saying he keeps shouting no. He's just saying no. You're 100% incorrect.
Okay, fine. Then it means the youth.
I actually like, but obviously you're not wrong, but it's just funny to
hear Ali.
You are wrong. Okay, so shabab is the word for the day. We're going to say it means youth or guy. Please use in a sentence.
The shababs of today are very not narrow-minded. What's the opposite of narrow-minded? Open-minded. Thanks for that.
Okay. To throw a little bit of controversy into the mix, the shababs of the day have it too easy. Next up on the show, please join us. Please stay tuned. We're going to be live with 13-year-old Emirati freestyler who doesn't have too easy because I know the practice she puts into her skill and talent is amazing. It's snowboarder Amna Al-Muhari. Do stay tuned. And by youth, I mean you, Ali.
What is Ali doing? What are these sound effects?
What? Oh, we're still on. Well, what we're going to do at this point is take a break. We usually shift the cameras over.
Yes, and we're going to call our guest, mic her up, get her all ready,
on the show,
prepped for the show for her interview
to talk about her dazzling snowboarding career, which we are in awe of because
the stuff kids do these days, it's amazing. And the talent, she's so talented. When you guys see the videos beside us, when we do the interview, you're just gonna be amazed.
I think actually we should have one of her. Oh, actually, let's go through comments on the show. First of all, bonjour to Alel for tuning in. Simon Buckerfield asks, what happened to public and private holidays being aligned a few years ago? So that's kind of what we discussed in the show. So if you want to go jump back into that discussion, it goes live and then you can rewatch. But basically, there was that announcement that we were aligned, but we've seen one or two announcements over the years where we weren't specifically aligned. I know that there was an Eid holiday before, and also our weekends aren't aligned. So, but guys, do stay tuned. We're going to be joined by Amna Al-Muhari very, very shortly, and we cannot wait to have a chat with her. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Prepare to be dazzled by an amazingly talented teenager. Amnal Nuheri is an Emirati freestyle snowboarder and the first female to represent UAE at international freestyle competitions. And she's ranked #1 female snowboarder in the UAE and 200 in the world. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We are so excited to have you on.
We are, Amna, so excited. So tell us, how did this all start?
Well, I started skiing when I was 5 because my mom taught me. And then on one of our trips, one of my mom's friends asked if I want to try snowboarding. And I've been hooked ever since.
Ever since. So you said before the show you're an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
And that when did you go like, you know what? I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Well, when you're going down like full speed down the mountain and then you feel the rush, like that's all you want to do forever. So it's just fun to do that. And then like whenever you jump or whenever you're doing a trick, and then the feeling afterwards and you land it, the best feeling.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's tell people what you do first. What is kind of your favorite part of snowboarding? Are you like slaloms, like snowboarder, or do you tricks or jumps, or tell us what you do?
Okay, so I do tricks and jumps, so slope style and big air. I enjoy slopes more just because you can do more tricks, and then big air is definitely fun too because you have to jump. But like, it's fun. Both of them is fun, but slope style is definitely my favorite.
Amazing.
So you do a lot of stunts. Now tell me, I'm sure you've had a lot of falls as well. Have you?
Yeah.
So did you ever get scared from your first fall? Like, how did you overcome that fear? Or did you have it, or were you like, you know what, no, it's not a big deal, I'm just gonna try again?
I definitely felt scared many times. Like once I broke my hand because I did the trick wrong. Another time I fell on my shoulder. I've fell so many times, and I've definitely got scared. But like the trick is just to get up and try it again, because in the end you're going to learn it if you do it correct.
You broke your hand while doing one of the stunts?
Yep.
And your mom still let you go and do it again?
Yep.
Wow, that's really good.
How much practice do you need to, actually no, not about how much practice. The first question, of course, is we're in the UAE, there is an amazing ski slope, but we're also living in a desert. How do you practice to get as good as you are?
Well, we travel like 3 months of the year, mostly. We're hoping to go more, but right now, like 3 months, I'd say, we've traveled out of the country every year, and we go to parts of Europe. We train there, offline and online. And then when I'm in Dubai, I go to the gym like 4 hours for my strength and conditioning. And then I also go 1 day a week at least to ski Dubai.
That is dedication. How does school work then?
I still have to do school full time. Yeah, and when I travel, I do it online. So I still do my work.
So your school supports you?
Yep.
Okay.
When did you jump from kind of skiing on holiday and snowboarding on holiday, obviously, to really deciding this is something I want to like put my time into?
On one of the runs down, my coach took me down an empty area. So there was no one around, there was just powder. And there was like this cliff. This wasn't that big because I was so small.
I've never for you.
And he kind of said like, you want to jump? I was like, sure. So I kind of jumped off. And then I was like, this is fun. So I just kind of did it more. And then we came back to Dubai. And then I realized that we have this indoors. So I was like, let's try it. So then I got a coach here, and then I've been doing it.
The rest is history.
The woman has guts. Guts, I tell you. Let's just jump. So when did you start competing?
When I was...
At what age?
Yeah, when I was 10, I started competing here. But I've just started competing outside the country, and I'm the first person from the UAE to compete out the country.
That's amazing. Like, how cool that you've just found your talent and decided to like dedicate everything to it. And not only have you done that, you're smashing it. Was it last year you won Athlete of the Year 2021?
Yep.
Tell us about that.
I didn't realize I was gonna be nominated. And then when I was kind of shocked. And when we went to the ceremony, I was like, okay, that's fun. Like, there's so many other talented people here, like, they're gonna win. And then when they called out my name, I was shocked. And then we got up and I got the award, and I was just like happy that I won it. Because like to get the recognition here for this sport is massive on its own.
That's so, so huge. Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
I literally have goosebumps. So what is the future goal for you? Is it the Winter Olympics? That's something you're looking to participate in?
Yeah, I have many goals, but my biggest one, at least now, is to go to the 2026 Milan Olympic in the winter, which is 4 years away, so I'll be 17 by then.
Wow.
A big goals, and I'm sure you'll achieve it at the age of 10.
Yep.
And for you, it's just you have this in your vision, right? Like there's nothing else.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So we're sitting next to a potential UAE Olympian competitor in the Milan Winter Olympics in 2026. That's so cool.
Hopefully.
What does that mean in terms of training and skills that you might need to learn?
There's a ton of things I need to do still. So I need to practice at least 6 months of the year, on and off. I need to do both. So on 6 months, off 6 months. And then I need to still do strength and conditioning to make sure my core and my legs are all good for it.
Strong.
Yep. And then I need to like make sure if I do fall, then I need to get back up and like make sure I'm fine. So I'm not injured for anything. So there's tons of things that goes into it. But I can't do it all like without any help from other people.
So what's your diet like? Do you follow a specific diet to compete?
Not really, but when I travel, I normally just have like breakfast and then a sandwich on the mountain and then dinner. That's pretty much it. What
Not
I
like
eat.
protein-rich diet
Not
or
really.
something like that? No, just like whatever you want.
Yeah.
As long as it's good.
Yeah. I do need to stay to like a minimum of how much I eat, but there's not really a diet to follow.
Okay.
You mentioned help from other people, and we know that you're the only female snowboarder who's sponsored by Ski Dubai. And Ski Dubai obviously is a fabulous ecosystem. It's amazing for people here. But does the fact that you don't live in a mountainous area with snow around you 6 months of the year, is that something that kind of makes you nervous about the next 4 years of practice?
Oh yeah, definitely. And like seeing like on Instagram, like seeing people my age, like what they're up to, and then you get kind of scared because you're like, whoa, I'm not up to that, and like if I have to compete against that, it's kind of scary. But then I have to keep reminding myself, like the place I come from, I've only been doing freestyle for like 3 years. Like I'm comparing myself to a person that's been doing it their whole life to me that's just been doing it for part of my life. So in the end, where I am is definitely lower than others, but if I do end up training and I do get like help from sponsors and stuff, I can definitely get to where they are.
So when you travel, do the coaches come along with you? Does your coach over here?
Not from here, but I do have a coach in Austria where I'm always going to Austria. So like last year we went 3 times to Austria. So yeah, so I have a coach there and he's very much like on board when we go there.
Nice pun, on board. How does it feel to be representative for the UAE and to be kind of, I guess, a trailblazer or to kind of be doing it first for female snowboarding UAE? How does it feel to be that representative?
I definitely don't feel it yet. Like, I know that I'm the only one like that's gone out of the country and stuff like that. But right now, like it's kind of like a little blurry. So I know in a few years when it finally sets in, like I'm the first one, it will definitely be like freaky, but also completely awesome too.
Awesome.
So you know all these titles are over your head and you have a lot of responsibility and you have a clear vision, but do you sometimes look at kids your age, just like, living life, going to the malls, not worrying about anything, having no direction for now, and you go like, you know what, I wish, I was one of them, going to the malls, chilling, going to the food court with boys.
Yeah, I definitely have. Like, there was a time last year where I like 2 years ago, 2 years ago, that I wanted to like quit just because seeing my friends go out all the time and me having to go ski Dubai instead of going out is kind of like boring. And at the time I was doing it alone, so it was even more boring. But then one of my best friends now goes to ski Dubai with me and she freestyles too. So ever since then we've been going every week to ski Dubai and it's been way more fun because we can go ski Dubai and then go out to the food court at the same time. So it's like in 2-in-1.
Cute.
Nice.
Shout out to your best friend.
And shout out to all the people that will start skiing and snowboarding and pulling those tricks because of you guys.
Yeah.
Amna, you're a legend, and thank you so, so much for coming in. You're clearly so dedicated, skilled, and talented, and we are in awe, I think.
Completely in awe.
Thank you.
And all the best for everything that you do here onwards.
I hope so too.
Thank you very much. We will follow your story. Dubai will follow your story. Guys, that is it for us on the Love in Dubai show. We're going to see you on Monday morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye.